Sit up tall, please. Close your eyes. Let your hands rest comfortably in your lap. Slowly begin to exhale your breath all the way out. Breathe in through your nostrils, please. Open mouth, exhale. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. You stretch your arms over your head. Take a deep breath in. Bring your hands to your heart, side out, exhale. With your eyes closed, your lips sealed. Let's just begin to deepen the breath, breathing through just the nostrils now. Pressing the palms together, trying not to clench the jaw or furrow the brow. Breathing in and out through your nostrils, can you begin to add that audible quality to the breath? As you inhale, breath moving down the back of the throat. You can hear the sound of breath entering the body. You can hear it not just within you, but also sort of echoing the space around you. And as you exhale through the nostrils, a little more forcefully, a little more audibly, projecting the sound of the breath into the space around you like a loud whisper. This is the breath we'll use throughout our practice. It's our Ujjayi breath. It's a practice of breathing that generates heat, that keeps us focused, that allows us to be reminded constantly of our vitality and our will over that. Yoga is a breathing practice. It's a way for us to expand upon the power of our breath. Normally we experience our breath as a sort of automatic process that happens with or without our conscious thought. But what happens when we turn it into a more intentional practice? What happens when we start to give more power and more focus to our breath? Well, I think our whole practice sort of blooms out of that, arises from that. What happens then when we take movement and take it from being more habitual or more instinctual and make it more focused and intentional? Our practice today is about really refining your intention in your movement, in your actions. And remembering that everything we do in this practice, for the most part, is a microcosm of macrocosm, it's a small piece of what we're experiencing out there. And in this moment here, we want to refine our actions so that we're esteeming towards the highest possible sense of self, highest possible sense of connection to the universe, moving towards the highest level of consciousness that we can create at this moment. Refining your actions, your breath, your practice to be as intentional and focused as possible. Exhale your breath all the way out. Inhale for Om. Blink your eyes open. Let's come onto our hands and knees. Thanks so much for being here today, everyone. With your fingers spread nice and wide on the mat, hands under shoulders, and knees just in front of the hips. You're going to lean forward into your hands and warm up the wrist by lifting your palms up and keeping your knuckles down. We'll do that a few times. Lower your palms, lift your palms. Lower your palms and lift your palms. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk your knees in a little bit closer. The practice, this particular practice, this particular action is, the focus is on strengthening the hands and warming them up. All right, so really focus in on using your hands to create this action and seeking to make your hands stronger and more connected to your movement. Inhale, press to your fingers, lift up to your fingers. Exhale, lower your palms back down. Lean forward a little bit more. Inhale, lift up to your fingertips. Exhale, lower down. Let's do 5 more. Lean forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay on your fingertips, rounded to your back. Cat pose into your spine. Chin to your chest, tuck your tailbone. Inhale, cow pose. Spin your thighs back, lift your chest. Exhale, cat pose, chin to chest, tuck your tailbone. Inhale, cow pose, spin your thighs back, lift your chest. Once more, exhale, cat pose, chin to chest, ground in. Inhale, cow pose, lift and come back to a nice flat back position. Palms face up, point your fingers in towards each other. Please wiggle your fingers and roll out your thumbs as you rock side to side. Pressing down to the backs of your hands, rock it out. We'll go for 5. Ooh, yeah. 4, pressing down. 3, 2, and 1. Come back through the center. Point your fingers back towards your thighs, palms down. Let's take another few rounds of cat-cow. Rock forward, cat pose, lean into it. Rock back, cow pose, inhale. Rock forward, cat pose, lean into it. Rock back, cow pose. Lift your chest. One more time, exhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow pose. Sit all the way back onto the tops of your feet. Hands come right next to your heels. Lean back. You can stay here or work on lifting one knee or both knees up at the same time. And as you lift into your knees, think about keeping the inner ankles gently hugging in. All right, keeping the legs active, flex your quads. Pull your thighs to your ribs. Lift up. Hold and breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Lower your knees back down. Keep your hands where they are. Puff up into your chest. Roll your shoulders back. Walk your hands further back just a little bit. Shoulders back, chest up. Option to maybe lift your hips up by spinning your inner thighs back. So I'm pressing the inner thighs back to pull my outer hips forward. 3, 2, and 1. Lower your hips down. Walk your hands forward. Come onto your hands and knees again. Inhale, reach your left arm out to the left, please, and thread your left arm underneath you. Let's come all the way down onto our left shoulder. Walk your right fingertips forward, and let's twist it open here. Reach to your left fingertips, roll your right rib cage back, look up underneath your right armpit, breathe. Bring the right hand back down, right in front of your nose. Push down through your right hand, sweep your left arm up to the sky, and step your left foot back behind you. Reach your left arm over your head, look forward, take a big breath in. Exhale, please step your left foot all the way forward to the top of the mat. Reach your left hand forward, rock forward and lunge, stretch through your fingertips. Circle your left arm up and back. If you can, grab your right foot, give it a little squeeze, doesn't have to come all the way in just yet. Release the back foot, circle your left arm forward, straighten your left leg, flex your toes, move your hips back, drop your gaze. Inhale, rock forward, reach your left hand forward, circle your left arm up, reach back, exhale, grab your foot, squeeze your heel into your bum. Release your foot, circle your left arm forward, straighten your left leg, exhale, flex your toes. Inhale, one more, rock forward, circle your left arm up, reach back, grab your right foot, give it a little squeeze. Release the foot, circle your left arm forward, straighten your left leg, and flex your toe. This time as you rock forward, pick up your back knee, look forward and lunge. Press through your back heel, extend through your chest, straighten your legs, keep the feet where they are. Press down through your hands a lot. Sweep your left leg up to the sky, three-legged dog, please. Stack your left hip over your right hip, please. Stay here or start to turn it over. Spin to the pinky toe edge of your right foot. Let your left toes tap the ground behind you. Lower your butt to the ground. Tap the ground between your hands. Push down through your right arm. Squeeze into your right glute. Lift your hips up. Reach your left arm over your head. Once again, tap the ground. Hips up. Reach over your head. One more time. Tap the ground. Hips up. Reach over your head. Come all the way back to plank. Left hand down. Left knee into your chest. Take your left knee across your body to the right. Extend your left leg out to the right side and open your right arm up to the sky. Press through your feet, reach through your fingers, breathe. Place the right hand down, step the left foot back and lower chaturanga. Easy cobra pose. Hug your inner thighs in and spin them up. Pull your heart forward, get longer. Downward facing dog. Exhale, take it back, please. Lift up to your tiptoes, lower your knees back down to the ground. Reach your right arm out to the right. Thread the right arm underneath you and land all the way on the back of your right shoulder. Reach your left fingertips forward, twist. Spin your inner thighs back to broaden your hips. Then twist and look up underneath your left armpit. Bring your left hand right underneath your shoulder and press up. Right arm to the sky, right foot steps back, right arm circles around, look up, lean back, breathe in. Step your right foot to the top of the mat, exhale. Reach forward with your right fingertips and lunge. Circle your right arm up and back, grab your left foot, give it a nice little squeeze. Release your foot, reach forward, straighten your right leg, and flex your toes. Tone your thighs, flex your toes, pull your right hip back. Inhale, rock forward, lunge, reach forward, circle the right arm up, reach back, grab your left foot and squeeze it, exhale. Inhale, unwind, reach forward, straighten your right leg, exhale, fold, flex your thigh muscle, pull your hip back. One more inhale, reach forward, rock forward, sweep the arm up, reach back, exhale, and squeeze, heel to bum. Inhale, release, reach forward, straighten your leg, fold it in. Without losing your breath, tuck your back toes, rock forward, inhale, pick up your back knee. So staying in the lunge, staying in your breath. Exhale, straight legs, spin your inner left thigh back, right hip pulls underneath your body, press through your hands, sweep your right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Stack your right hip over your left hip, exhale. You might choose to just stay here and hold this for a few breaths, or take it with me, spin your left pinky toe side of your foot down, come onto your right tiptoes, Lower your hips down, tap the ground, pick your hips up, reach over your head. Push through your left hand, squeeze through your left glutes, lower your hips down, lift your hips up, lower your hips down, and lift your hips up. Come all the way back to plank pose with your right knee into your chest. Stretch your right leg over to your left. Open your left arm up to the sky. Push down through your right hand, stretch out through your legs, lean back. Release the hands down, step back, chaturanga, hands down, step your right foot back. Lower. Cobra pose, get longer. Downward facing dog, hips go up and back. Breathe. In through your nose and out through your nose. Breathe. Inhale, lift up to your tiptoes and tiptoe walk your feet forward to the top of the mat. Tip toes all the way to the top. Inhale, lift up, halfway lengthen your spine. Please hug your shins in, spin your inner thighs back, and stretch your heart forward. Lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold in, nose to knees, please. Push down into your feet, rise up to standing, reach your arms up. And at the top, interlace the fingers, pointer fingers extend, side bend to your left side. Squeeze your, flex your quads, squeeze your glutes. Push down through your feet, stretch out through your fingertips. Inhale, come back up. And same thing, quads, glutes engaged. Belly in, side bend, side stretch. Inhale back through the center. Please cactus your arms, shoulder blades slide down your back. Lift into your chest, curl back and open your heart. Chair pose, inhale, arms up, hips back. Practice this here. Hug your shins in, spin your inner thighs down to broaden your hips. Now sit through that space. Keep spinning thighs down, broaden the backs of the hips. Good. Now action we'll use later. Exhale, forward fold, nose to knees. Lift up halfway, lengthen your spine. Plant the hands, lightly step or hop back, chaturanga. Place the hands down, lean forward, and take it back. Cobra pose or upward dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift up to your tiptoes, bend your knees, look forward, lightly step or hop forward, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold in, nose to knees. Push down, rise up, keep your arms to the sky. Cactus the arms, exhale, shoulders down the back. Lift into your chest, squeeze your glutes, curl back. Chair pose, inhale. Hug your shins in, spin your inner thighs down, get low. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Plant the hands, take it back, chaturanga. Cobra pose. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift up to your toes. Press the ground away, bend your knees, look forward, step or hop forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold in. Rise up, reach your arms to the sky. Cactus the arms, exhale. Open the heart, shoulders down the back. Chest is lifted. Chair pose, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Lift up, halfway lengthen. Plant the hands, step or hop back. Remember, if you're hopping, land with bent elbows, chaturanga. Upward dog or cobra pose. Downward facing dog. Please lift your left leg to the sky. Bring your left knee into your chest, step between your hands. Spin your right heel down, press down through your feet, rise up, warrior one. Inner right thigh is pressing back. Lift the back of your right thigh until you feel the pinky toe edge of your right foot really firmly pressing into the mat. Don't lose that. Please lift the front of your left hip up away from your left thigh and wrap your left hip back a little bit more. Keeping your solid foundation from the center of your hips, push down into your feet deep in your lunge. From the center of your hips, draw upward into your chest and reach back to your fingertips. Inhale. Release the hands down. Exhale. Take it back. Chaturanga. Cobra pose. Downward facing dog. Right leg lifts up. Inhale. Right knee into your chest. Step between your hands. Spin your left heel down. Press down, rise up. Inner left thigh spins back. Press firmly into the pinky toe edge of your left foot. Keep that. Lift the front of your right hip. Take your right hip back and underneath you more. Don't lose any of what you've just built. So stay focused, stay intentional, and notice that as your intention increases, so does your ability to gain knowledge and grow. From the center of your hips, expand. From your hips, push down into your feet. Lift up into your chest. Reach back into your fingertips. Release the hands down to the ground. Take it back slow. As you step the right foot back, bend your elbows, chaturanga. Cobra pose, inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. So remember, just examine what happens when you shift from doing things a little bit less habitually and a little bit more intentionally. A lot of times these shifts, these changes are slow. They happen after a patient and progressive practice, and that's great. I continue to encourage that. We can grow, we can continue to progress in our practice through this application of intention. Continue to focus in on what you're doing, on your actions, on your thoughts, on even your behavior. How does the pose make you feel? Be intentional, be focused and present. Inhale, lift up to your toes, bend your knees, look forward, lightly step or hop the feet, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Ooh, that feels good. Exhale, fold in, nose to knees. Chair pose, please. Inhale, reach the arms up. Big stretch up to your fingertips. Exhale, forward fold, sweep the arms back. Interlace your hands behind your back, please. Squeeze your palms together. Stretch your knuckles up and over your head. Press down into your feet. Lift up into your hips. Stretch through your chest and up to your knuckles. One more breath here. Bring your hands back down to the ground. Inhale, lift up, halfway, lengthen. Please step your right foot way back behind you and lower your right knee down to the ground. Reach both arms up. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Scissor your thighs together. Listen carefully. Build the pose intentionally. Maybe most of us have done this pose 1,000 times or more. So there's a certain sense of expectation or habit in the shape. You're gonna move away from that. Tone your thighs, flex your quads. Scissor your thighs together so that you're starting to lift the front of your hips away from your left thigh. Maybe it takes you a little bit out of the depth, and that's okay. You can feel more intentional and less forced. Now, keep doing that. Spin your inner right thigh back. Squeeze into your right glute. Lift the front of your left hip up even more. Take your left hip back. From the center of your hips, push down into your feet. Stretch through your legs to deepen your lunge. You might not go lower. You're not pushing your hips and pelvis forward, but you're extending through the legs to stretch. Lift your chest up, reach back a little bit. We're gonna side bend over to our left side. So stretch through your fingers over to your left. Keep lifting through the front of the hips. Keep engaging through the right glute. Breathe. Should feel a big stretch on the front of the right thigh. Come up. Again, lift through the front of the hips. Press into your feet. Take it over to the right side. Maybe the right hand comes down to the ground. Circle your left arm all the way over to the right, all the way back down forward. Bring your left forearm down, bring your right forearm down. Lizard lunge. Breathe. Pick up your back knee if you can. Inner right thigh is lifting. Keep taking the outer left hip back. Notice if you're rounded in the spine, please extend. Pull your chest to your thumbs. These little moments of intention can really progress and change our whole yoga experience. Press to your hands, straighten your arms, straighten your front leg as best you can. Drop your gaze, look back. Press to your right hand, roll to your right side, side plank pose. Step your left foot to the ground behind you wildly. Press to your feet, lift to your hips, squeeze into that right glute. Extend through your left fingertips. In through your nose and out through your nose, please breathe. Nice, my friends. Look down to the top of the mat. Go ahead and step your left foot all the way forward, back to the top of the mat. Good, turn to your right, Skandasana, right knee bending, left leg extending, back of your mat. Squeeze your heels together, draw thighs to hips. From the center of your hips, press out through your legs, expand. Again, extend into your spine, lift into your chest as you lower your hips down. Very nice. Breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. I'm going to come forward into a standing split. Walk your hands to the top of the mat. Lift your right leg up to the sky. Then from here, drop your nose to your knee. Lift up to your fingertips, lengthen. Extend out. Heart forward and right heel back. Extend it out. Bend your right knee, squeeze your heel to your bum. Lift your right thigh as high as you can. Keep lifting. Keep lifting. Lift your chest. Lift your right thigh. Step your right foot way back behind you. Sweep the arms up. Crescent lunge. Arms up. Palms together. Thumbs to the back of the neck. Lean back, please. Pull your elbows in. Lift your elbows up. From the center of your hips, press down through your feet. Extend through your legs. Stretch back through your fingertips. Extend out through your arms. Inhale. Release the hands down. Exhale. Nice, Anna. Take it back. Chaturanga. Cobra pose. Downward facing dog. Lift up to your tiptoes, please. Bend your knees, look forward. Lightly step or hop the feet forward, forward, forward. Press to your hands. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold in. Chair pose. Hug your shins in, spin your thighs down, lift your arms up. Broaden your hips, sit through that space, get low. Forward fold, exhale, sweep the arms back. Interlace your hands, the opposite grip over your head. Hug your shins in, spin your inner thighs back. Continue to broaden your hips. Now press from your hips down into your feet, from your hips out to your chest and up over your head and your knuckles. Even here, what happens when you make this pose a little bit more intentional, when you focus your breath into the action, when you move more mindfully, creating the stretch that you want, creating the change that you want. Be the change, be the action that creates it. Shins hug in, thighs spin back, broaden your hips. Press into your feet, stretch through your chest, stretch through your knuckles, open your shoulders. Release the hands down, inhale, lift up halfway. Step your left foot way back behind you and lower your left knee down to the ground. Take the arms up, Anjaneyasana. Notice how you arrive in the shape, then work to be more intentional, more focused. Flex your quadriceps, squeeze thighs towards hips. Feels like you're trying to retract your legs back into your hips. You're drawing in. This action already should be pulling you up and out of pressing the front of the hips and pelvis forward. So a lot of us who struggle with our pelvic natation, for instance, the tilting of forward and back of the hips, this is a great place to build that pelvic natation mobility. It'll make your forward folds and back bends much easier. Lift the front of your hips, please. Spin your inner left thigh back, squeeze into your left glute. Lift the front of your right hip and take your right hip underneath you a little more. Side bend over to your right side as you press into your feet and extend through your legs, stretch through your legs. Don't worry about getting lower. Create more awareness and action. Inhale, come back up. Side bend over to your left side. Maybe the left hand comes down Reach out to your right fingertips. Keep scissoring thighs together, lifting through the front of the hips. Left glute stays engaged as you lunge. Circle the right arm forward, bring the right forearm down. Bring your left forearm forward, bring your left forearm down. Extend into your spine. Pick up your back knee. Inner left thigh lifts. The bottom of the heart stretches forward. Pull your chest towards your thumbs. Notice if there's rounding, and it's okay, just work to minimize it. Pull forward into the chest. Press to your hands, press to your feet, straighten your arms and legs. Look back to your left toes. Roll to your left side, side plank to wild thing. Right arm goes up, right foot steps back. It's a little bit of a harder transition from that straight leg action, right? That's the point. Right foot steps back, come to your toes, flex your glutes, reach to your fingertips. Is there room for more intention? And how will that help your practice grow? Come back, look forward. Please step your right foot all the way back to the top of the mat. Turn to your left side, Skandasana. Left knee bends, right leg extends. Squeeze your heels together, draw your thighs to your hips. Sit low, but lift into your chest. As best you can, keep your spine nice and long. It's going to be really tempting to drop in. So Vittorio, chest up, head up, shoulders back. Yeah. Make your legs more active. Squeeze your heels together. It's going to lift your pelvic floor and give you a lot more support to extend. Heels squeeze in, chest is lifted. Good. Walk your hands forward, friends. Standing splits just for a breath. Lift your inner left thigh. Fold in, nose to knee. Inhale, lengthen, extend. Heart reaches forward. Left heel extends back. Breathe. Bend your left knee now. Squeeze your heel to your bum. Squeeze it. Working your hamstrings. Lift your left thigh as high as you can. Keep your chest up. Keep your heart reaching forward. Left thigh lifts. Keep going. Left thigh lifts. One more breath. Heart forward. Left thigh lifts. Very nice. Step your left foot way back. Rise up. Crescent lunge, please. Palms together. Thumbs to the back of the neck. Scissor thighs. Lift the front of the hips. Press to your feet. Extend to your fingertips. Reach up. Reach back. Release the hands down to the ground. Take it back. Step back. Bend the elbows. Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Rock forward plank pose. Lower all the way down to the ground. Lift your hands up. Lift your legs up. Locust. Listen carefully. Reach your left arm out to the left. Start to roll over to your left side. Step your right foot to the ground behind you. Right arm reaches back to grab the right foot. Kick the foot into your hand. Breathe. And slowly come back to your locust pose. Release the right foot. Roll back to your stomach. Hands right next to your chest. Reach back to your toes. Pull forward into your chest. Reach your right arm out to the right. Roll to your right side. Step your left foot behind you. Reach back with your left hand. Grab your left foot. Kick the foot back. Press into your right hand. Good. Kick the foot into your hand so you're opening the front of your shoulder. That's it. Now lower your knee a little bit so it's not going higher than your hip. Very nice, everyone. Release and come back to your floating cobra pose. Legs lifted, hands right next to your chest. Reach back to your toes. Pull forward into your heart. 3. Elbows to the sky. 2. Good. Lift the hands up, lift the legs up. And 1. Tuck your toes. Push through your hands, let your chin tap the ground. Press up, plank pose. Back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg high to the sky. Bring your left knee into your chest. Step between your hands. Lower your right knee down to the ground. Scissor your thighs. Take the arms up. Anjaneyasana. Side bend over to your left side. Maybe the left hand even comes down to the ground. Reach to your fingertips. It's okay if it doesn't. Flex the right glute. Lift into the chest. Come up and over. Side bend to your right side. Right hand down. Reach out your left fingertips. Circle all the way back down. Left forearm comes down inside the left ankle. Right forearm meets the left one. Press to your right forearm now. You're going to take this into one more bind. Circle your left arm up and back. Grab your right foot. Pull your heart forward. Lengthen into your spine. Squeeze your heel to your bum. Deepen your lunge. Flex your right glute and stretch. Very good, friends. Release the back foot. Place both hands down. Pick up your back knee. Straighten your legs. Try to keep the right leg straight as you roll to the right side. Left leg straight as you roll to the right side. Wild thing. Step your left leg back behind you. Take your left foot as close to your right wrist as you can. Press through your feet. Lift through your hips. Look down to the top of the mat. Step your left foot all the way back to the top of the mat, please. Rise up, warrior two. Spin your right heel down and rise. Heels squeeze together. Drop thighs to hips. Deepen your lunge. Stretch through your legs, please. Take your left arm up. Drop it down your back. Take your right arm. Wrap it up and try to clasp your left hand. As best you can. Holding. Pull your elbows apart. Scissor thighs together. Lift through the front of your hips. This is a pose we've done 1,000 times. How can you invite more intention into it? Give it more room to grow. Give yourself the opportunity to expand. Awaken into your highest. Draw your belly in, pull it back. Lift the front of the hips. Right glute is engaged. Deepen your lunge. Side bend back. So good. Release the arms. Straighten your legs. Skandasana. Back into our flow. Right knee bending. Come forward, warrior three this time. All the way forward, sweep the arms back if you can. Interlace the hands behind your back. Palms squeeze together. Inner right thigh lifts. Bend your right knee. And bring your knuckle and your heel to tap. Lift your knee up as high as you can. Lift your chest up as high as you can. Big step back, crescent lunge, arms up. Palms together. Thumbs come to the back of the neck, lean it back, stretch it out. Reach for the highest, open your heart, reach to your fingertips. Release the hands down, take it back. As you step back, lower, chaturanga. Cobra pose, inhale. Good, breathe, shoulders back, legs more active. Downward dog, exhale. Please lift your right leg to the sky. Last time through. Right knee into your chest, step between your hands. Lower your left knee down, sweep the arms up, Anjaneyasana. Scissor thighs, lift through the pelvic floor. Lift up and side bend to your right. Maybe the right hand comes down to the ground, but only if you don't have to lean forward to get there. So if you're leaning forward, keep your arms up or use a block. Lean back a little bit, pick it up and over to your left side. Same thing, keeping legs active. Squeeze into your left glute, press into your feet. Circle the right arm all the way down to the top. Lizard lunge. Stay here, or with your right hand, reach back to grab your left foot. Squeeze into your left glute. Deepen into your lunge. Extend into your spine. Heart pulls forward. Shoulders back. Good. Really good, Katrina, but shoulders back more. Yes. Good, Michael. Shoulders back more, especially right shoulder. Yes. Release the back foot, everybody. Place the right hand down. Pick up the back knee. Straighten your legs. Try to keep the front leg straight. Your right leg is straight as you transition. Spin to your left heel. Keep that right leg as extended as you can. And straight leg, step it back. Wild thing, take your right foot as close to your left hand as you can. Lift your hips up. Good, Catlin. Press to your feet, squeeze your glutes. Nice, Jeff. Extend through your right fingertips now. Reach. Good. Step your right foot all the way back to the top of the mat with control. Slow, soft landing. Take your time. Good, Madhu. Slow her down. Slow it down. Rise up, warrior two. Good, Madhu. Come on up. Left arm wraps behind your back. Right arm goes up and drops down. Clasp your hands here. The tendency for us will be to push the ribs out and the hips back to make space. Once you have the clasp, hold it. Draw the front ribs in. Lift the front of the hips. Fill up the back body. So we want to avoid pushing the front of the hips forward. Tone your thighs. Squeeze your heels together. Draw your thighs into your hips. Don't lose that, please. Inner left thigh spins back. Lift the front of your right hip. Squeeze your left glute and wrap your right hip underneath you. Draw your belly in. Fill up your back body. Press into your feet. Side bend. Right elbow towards the back of the mat. Strong legs. Deep lunge. Release the arms. Straighten the legs. Skandasana, left side. Right back into our flow. Chest is lifted. Left knee is bent. Come back to the top of the mat. Warrior three. Or if you need to hands down standing split, that's fine. Come forward, sweep the arms back. Interlace the hands if you can. And extend back, good Monica, through your knuckles. Vittorio, lift your left thigh. Inner left thigh lifts. Good, good breathe. Bend your left knee if you can and bring your knuckle and your heels to tap. It's okay if you don't. Harrison, make your standing leg stronger. Press your right thigh back, flex your quad. Good, lift your heel up, lift your chest up. Good, Michael, soften your chin. Step your left foot way back. Crescent lunge, arms up. Lift the front of your hips, bring your palms together, thumbs to the back of the neck. Make sure your hips aren't spilling forward. Lift up, lean back. Deepen your lunge, extend back to your fingertips. There should be a big back bend. Release the hands down to the ground. Step back, chaturanga. Cobra pose. Dolphin pose. Hips up, elbows down. Press your chest to your thighs. Hug your forearms in and press the ground away. Option to stay here, or if you want to practice kicking up, you can walk your feet in, look down between your forearms, lift one leg up, maybe take a hop, maybe find your balance. Totally optional. We're only going to hold it for a few breaths. We'll save our energy for some back bends in a second. And if you're holding the dolphin pose, please keep it. Strive for your highest. Not mine or the person next to you's, but yours. From your highest, your best effort, your most intentional action, where you have the place where your effort and your awareness are meeting to create the highest version of you in this moment. And again, you can be holding that dolphin pose, keep holding it. I know it's starting to feel intense. Chest to thighs, or walk your feet in, lift one leg up, maybe stay or hop it. Last 5 breaths. When you're ready, friends, lower your knees down. Sit back onto your heels. Walk your hands back behind you. Turn your palms face up. Lean back into your hands. Roll your shoulders back. Lift into your chest. All right. I'm going to go ahead and move into some upward facing bow practice now. It's a really nice back bend. It's very energizing. It's very stimulating. It's very awakening. So as you move into that, set your intention. What are you hoping, what energy are you hoping to create in this pose experience? Do you want to feel stronger? Do you want to feel more free, going to feel more connected. Set your intention. And as you move into the pose, create that reality for yourself. Strive for your highest, the master of your own universe, the creator of your own reality. Okay, let's go ahead and lie on our backs. Here we go. Upward facing fold. We'll start with the bridge pose just to sort of get us into it. We've done a fair amount of back bending through our practice today. We've worked into the side body. We've worked into creating more spinal mobility. We've worked into our overhead shoulder mobility and our quadricep flexing, stretching. So we're going to put all of these pieces together to create a back bend. Now, what will make your foundation stronger is this action of hugging your shins in and spinning your thighs down, right? That will give you greater lift through your low back, through your outer hips, which then helps you to create more space in your low back. So if you want to make that part of your intention, reaching for that space through this action, be intentional and create it. Here we go. Inhale, pick it up, bridge pose, shins hug in, thighs spin down, outer hips are lifting. The more and more comfortable you are with that inner rotation of your thighs, the greater the sense of lift you'll get through your outer hips. You're relying a lot less on the pushing down of your shoulders and your feet. You can get more of the inner rotation of the thighs and the upward lift of the outer hips. Not the front of the hips and pelvis, which will make the knees splay apart. And that's how you can sort of tell the difference. If your knees are splaying apart or your toes are turning out, you're probably lifting more from the front of the hips, the pelvis, the pubic bone. Instead, parallel your feet. Imagine you're squeezing something between your shins, then inner thighs push down so that your outer hips are lifting. It feels like someone's lifting you up by your pockets. Okay, take one more breath here. From the back of your head, push down. Stretch out to the fronts of your knees and open up. Release all the way down. All right, so you have some choices. Refining that action. Maybe today that is where your highest level of intention and effort exists. You can see we can make it a lot more effortful. We can make it more intentional. Sticking with bridge pose, or I'm going to take it up to upward bow. Here we go. Let's all start with bridge. Inhale, lift it up. Place your hands right alongside your ears, and it's the same action in the legs. Shins hug in, inner thighs spin down. You can already feel your outer hips lifting. Press through your hands, pick it up. Upward bow, Urdhva Dhanurasana. Let's work it out. So feet are parallel. Hug your shins in, spin your inner thighs down, lift into your outer hips, broaden your low back. Don't lose that. Hug your forearms in, broaden your upper back so you have space for this extension. In the center of your hips, push down into your feet. Try to straighten your legs. In the center of your hips, stretch out to your heart. Push down into your hands. Try to bring your shoulders over your wrists for 3. Good, Victoria. Keep pressing, head back. 2. Nice, Katrina. And 1. Lower it down. All the way down. Woo, that's a good one. It's probably, if not my favorite, one of my favorite poses to do, although I do say that about almost every time we do a pose. I'm like, this is my favorite one, but it's true. I love them all. We're going to do the same thing again. You can stick with bridge. You can take it up to upward bow. Your choice. Just make sure you choose wisely. You move with intention. All right, here we go. Same thing or something different. Ready? Inhale, lift your hips, press, and lift up. Shins hug in, thighs spin down. Outer hips lift up. You should hopefully feel your low back getting broader. And you extend through that space a little bit, squeeze into your glutes slightly, move your tailbone towards the backs of your knees. Good, Colin. Turn your big toes in, Colin. Shins in, thighs down, outer hips lift up. Good. Nice, Colin. From the center of your hips, everyone, push through your feet. Try to extend your legs. Press through your hands. Shoulders over wrists. 3, 2, Madhu, parallel your feet a little more. And good, Harrison. One, come down. We're going to do that one more time. So let's take a little rest, breathe. We're holding them for a little bit longer than we normally do. We're moving into them with much more intention. So this could have a really interesting effect. You can start to feel the energy of the pose building maybe more rapidly. Maybe they're having a different effect on you than usual. And that's great because we're moving away from that pattern of habit and even instinct, and trying to find more intention so that we can, again, reach for our highest self, our best self. Intention and awareness, consciousness is the highest. When we move with intention, we're moving towards consciousness. We're expanding and awakening into bliss. And that's what it means to reach for the highest, move into conscious bliss with intention. Let's take it back up one more time. Bridge or upward bow, expanding with intention. Ready? Inhale and pick it up. Shins hug in, inner thighs spin down. You can even start to feel that as you spin your thighs down, it's actually helping you extend your legs more to get more length in the low back. Breathe here. Good, Madhu. Turn your big toes in a little bit more. Don't worry about making the circle smaller. Instead, press through your feet more. Press through your hands. Good, Harrison. Keep pushing through your arms. Nice, Monica. Are you going to take it up? Going for 3, 2, and 1. Lower yourself down. Very nice job. Nice, Monica. Come all the way down onto your back. Hold it. Feet on the ground. Let your knees gently rock side to side. Really nice job. So you can see all the work and effort we did in our practice today, helping to hopefully make that shape, if not more enjoyable, then more intentional. Both knees over to your left. Feel free to stay right here. Your legs are staggered so that your right knee is at the sole of your left foot. You can stay here with your arms spread out, looking over your right shoulder. Or we're going to roll to our left and come up onto our forearms, keeping the legs staggered. Right knee at the left foot. From there, you can come onto your forearms and turn to face the back of the mat, but keeping the legs staggered. Right knee at left foot. And hopefully you're feeling this more prone twist with your belly turning down to the ground. To deepen it, slide your right arm under your left arm and come down onto your right shoulder. Slowly coming up. Slide onto your belly and roll onto your back. Take your knees over to the right. You can stay here with your legs staggered, left knee at the right foot. If you want to keep rolling to your right side, you can, keeping your legs staggered. Come up onto your elbows, your forearms again. And with your navel turning down at the ground, hold and breathe. You want to go a little bit deeper, you can, sliding your left arm under your right arm. I try not to teach from my perspective too much, where for me, achieving my highest, striving for the highest is oftentimes moving towards a challenge and then overcoming that challenge. That's my journey, but yours might be different. Perhaps for you, the striving for the highest looks and feels very different. Your journey is your own, and I don't want to tangle you in mine, but offer you a path towards yours. Slowly come back up. Let's sit all the way up. Bring your feet together Actually, let's do this. Take your legs apart nice and wide. Let's skip that. We're going to finish up here. So in striving for your highest, you have to assess what helps you feel like your best self. Let's go ahead and side bend over to the right side. Left arm reaches towards the right toes. You can support your head with your hand and lean back into it if you want. Maybe you reach with both hands, or you can take your right hand to your left thigh. Just like there are options in this pose, in this stretch, there are many, many options in terms of the path that you follow. And what makes you feel like you're working towards your highest, most consciously bliss self? Is it reflection? Is it knowledge? Is it challenge? Is it action? Let's come up and switch sides. You don't have to have the answer right away. Start to recognize the ability to shape your own path, to take your journey independent of mine or anyone else's. Slowly come back up. Tone your thighs, draw thighs to hips, press out through your legs. Last stretch, fold it in, walk it out. One more breath. Lock your hands in, bring your legs together. Very nice job, my friends. Lower down onto your back and bring your knees into your chest. Grab your feet, become the happiest baby that you can be. Rock it out side to side, side to side. 3, 2, and 1. Release the feet, lower the heels down, Shavasana. If there's any other movement you feel like you need to take, please take it. If your low back is feeling a little bit tight after our practice today, I'd like you to please place your feet on the ground and bring your knees together, your toes apart. Just a nice little opening of the low back. If you have access to it, you can also take your legs up the wall or over the edge of your sofa or something like that. Most importantly, breathe. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Roll out your wrists and your ankle. Take a deep breath in, stretch out your arms and your legs, please. Sigh it out, let it go. Bring your knees into your chest and give yourself a squeeze. Rock slowly over to your side and up to a comfortable seated position. Sitting up nice and tall, close your eyes and bring your hands to your heart. Take a moment, feel it in your bones, feel it in your body, your heart and mind, your spirit. The practice of intention guiding you towards your highest self, your highest level of conscious bliss that continues to expand as you expand. This practice of reaching for the highest isn't something that we just get to and quit, but it grows with us, which leaves us on this forever path and journey towards bliss while experiencing bliss, hopefully. So I appreciate you bringing your journey here to share it with me. Appreciate you allowing me to share my journey with you. Together, we support each other, we inspire, but our journey is our own. So we must remember to keep striving towards our individual highest. Thanks again. Let's close with one Om, bringing us together on this journey. Exhale all the way out. Inhale for Om. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you for Thank you so much, everyone. Continue to make intentional, conscious actions part of your journey, part of your routine beyond this space so that we can be the change that we seek in the world around us. If you have questions, comments, requests, or feedback, please reach out. Stephen Arcus Yoga on Instagram, on Facebook, or you can email me, Stephen @Stephen Yoga. You can also find more yoga classes on YouTube, Stephen Arcus Yoga. Venmo and PayPal are also, you guessed it, Stephen Arcus Yoga. And again, please reach out for questions. So grateful to all of you. A wonderful rest of your day.